The story is about a girl named Lisa whose fiancé, Ilian, who leaves her for another girl named Flora. Lisa becomes heartbroken and drinks a lot one night, but the next day, she wakes up in the body of a high schooler named Duan. Lisa gets confused and wants to go back to her own world. She gets help from Duan's friends Ian and Laura, who strangely resemble Ilian and Flora. The plot is good, and I enjoyed how the characters interacted with each other and grew throughout the story. It felt heartwarming. The artwork complemented the story well and made it enjoyable. However, the ending left me emotional as to what happened to Jian. The closure wasn't enough for me and I felt like he and Lisa deserve a happy ending too. But at the same time I think it was realistic in a way and made us realize that life doesn't always go the way we want it to. Overall, it was a refreshing read. And I would give it a 9 out of 10. Is it worth reading? Yes. Drama-worthy? No. The story centers around a girl named Yesil Hong, who possesses the unique ability to see the future by means of a kiss. One day, by accident, she kisses her evil boss, Minhu Cha, and what she sees leaves her completely stunned. To her surprise, her boss has a secret of his own too. Furthermore, she discovers that her first love has been hired to work in her department, adding an intriguing twist to the story. The art style is pretty, and there's much more to the story with a good number of intimate scenes and a wholesome ending. If you're into soft romance, this is definitely a must-read. A 9.5 out of 10 for me. Is it worth reading? Yes. Drama-worthy? No. Guys, this is one of the best works by Lee Hay that I really enjoyed reading. I read it years ago, so I might be missing some details, but the story is basically about a girl named Hannah who teaches at a high school. Due to her ancestors' fault, Hannah's family has been cursed for generations, the curse of turning into a dog. Everything starts with her accidental kiss with one of her colleagues, Mr. Jin, who's afraid of dogs. You'll see her struggle to get her second kiss in order to break the curse, with some intriguing twists in the story that make it even more interesting. Despite the fact that the dialogues were really tiny, which was a bit annoying to read, I really enjoyed the storyline. It was a fun ride from start to finish. I would definitely prefer this over See You in My 19th Life. A 9 out of 10 for me. Is it worth reading? Yes. Drama-worthy? We're getting an adaptation this year. I'm excited. The story revolves around Jung Barium, a university student who is strict to her schedules. Despite her organized lifestyle, she finds herself lacking in one aspect: romance. Unexpectedly, she develops a crush on Jaehyun, a fellow schoolmate. In an attempt to be closer to Jaehyun, Barium joins his small programming club. However, she also encounters Na Yuyan, another member of the club, who has a passion for online games but tends to be tardy to class. Despite their contrasting personalities, there's something that happens between the two. The story offers a refreshing reading experience, combining peak comedy as well as some emotional scenes that will undoubtedly make you fall in love with this webtoon. If you're seeking something enjoyable and relaxing to read, I highly recommend this webtoon. A 9 out of 10 for me. Is it worth reading? Yes. Drama-worthy? Yes. Another masterpiece by Kanbi Kim. In the story, the protagonist, Jin Hyuk, finds himself stranded on an island following a boating accident where he encounters a peculiar family and then strange things start to happen. The narrative is incredibly captivating, filled with numerous plot twists in each episode. There comes a point where the family appears suspicious, while simultaneously making you question the sanity of the main character. Towards the end, it is revealed that the boy was in a coma, which left me somewhat perplexed as to whether the events actually occurred or not. Overall, the art style complements the intriguing storyline effectively. If you are a fan of psychological horror, I highly recommend giving it a try. A 9.8 out of 10 for me. Is it worth reading? Yes. Drama-worthy? No. The story centers around a girl named Jugyung, who endures bullying due to her appearance but ultimately becomes a skilled makeup artist. She befriends Suho, a wealthy and aloof boy whom she unexpectedly encounters without makeup at a comic book shop. Later on, she also meets Seo-jun, a passionate student with a mysteriously impressive singing voice leading to a love triangle. Throughout the storyline, I really enjoyed myself. The art style is amazing, and despite Ju-kyung's character development being slow, which was a bit frustrating, the comedy effectively filled the empty spaces. The story has so much to offer otherwise, and it's evident how much effort and emotion the author poured into making this, which happens to be her first work. The ending and spin-off left no crumbs. Personally, I found both the drama and the webtoons ending enjoyable, so before calling it overrated, you should definitely give it a read. Is it worth reading? Yes. Drama-worthy? Absolutely. Another amazing work by Kim, Sweet Home, is a story about a suicidal boy named Cha-hyun. He is compelled to abandon his home after his parents' accidental death and moves into a new apartment all by himself. However, his pesky neighbors and financial struggles soon become the least of his worries as the people around him suddenly transform into horrifying monsters. The situation takes a turn for the worse when Hyun realizes that he himself is slowly turning into a monster, while a mysterious voice in his head grows louder and louder. To maintain his sanity, he must eliminate his desires. With time running out, he collaborates with his fellow tenants to uncover the cause of the outbreak and find a way to survive. The plot is genuinely intriguing, and each episode offers something that will keep you engaged throughout. Personally, I would rate it 9.4 out of 10. Is it worth reading? Yes. Drama-worthy? Yes. This is one of my first webtoons written by Kim. The story revolves around a teenager who is compelled by his father to commit murder. In reality, the father is the one who carries out the killings, using the teenager to lure women and render them unconscious with a hammer. The boy has been involved in this gruesome activity for as long as he can remember, so he perceives it as natural. However, everything changes when he encounters a girl named Kyun in his class. His father begins to target her, and as expected, the boy develops a desire to protect her. The story contains many intriguing elements that add to its appeal. Both the storyline and the art style are fantastic, I would say. If you're a fan of psychological horror, you shouldn't miss this out. A 10 out of 10 for me. Is it worth reading? Yes. Drama-worthy? Yes.
The story is about a fierce troublemaker girl named Gabin, who is willing to do anything to ruin the reputation of her grandmother, who has been accused of murdering her mother. Worried about Gabin's well-being, her family offers Taeyoung, a desperate high school student, $500,000 to be her bodyguard. From then on, you can probably guess what happens next. It was an intense roller coaster of emotions. I really enjoyed the storyline as well as the art style. It had some excellent cliffhangers too that would be better if you read it alone to immerse yourself in the story. If you're into slow burn, romance, and drama, you should definitely try reading this. I personally give it October 10th. Is it worth reading? Yes. Drama-worthy? Absolutely. The story is about a girl named Yura Huang, who is a struggling actress, making a living with minor roles. She goes through heartbreak when an actor dumps her in order to marry someone else for his own benefit. Not long after, she receives an offer to play a small role in a drama where she meets Sung-Gyun Kang, a celebrity, and things take a complete turn from there. You might find the art style strange at first, but eventually get used to it. It's evident how much effort the artists have put into making the characters look realistic. That I really enjoyed the storyline, despite the fact that it was a bit annoying to read those tiny dialogues. However, as I gave it a try, I couldn't stop reading it. An excellent work, I must say. The story isn't too long, short episodes and a perfect ending, making it a complete October 10th. Is it worth reading? Yes. Drama-worthy? Yes.